Good morning, guys. I was not going to shoot this video or release this video today at all. I was actually just finished editing a video that I shot in Austin. But one of the reasons why I started this YouTube channel was to take you along with me and what it takes to start a business and also provide motivation and inspiration through that process. And so this is going to be more the motivation and inspirational, and where I get it from. There's several places. I can start from the Bible and messages that I've heard through motivational speakers. But today I'm going to specifically talk about Eric Thomas and Dr. Eric Thomas. And even more specifically, I'm going to talk about the title of the video is Dr. Eric Thomas and Team Resuscitating Youth, Individuals, and Companies Through Motivation and Inspiration. And that's so important, guys. And that's why I felt like really convicted this morning in order to talk about that and hopefully inspire you all to jump in E.T.'s website, listen to some of his mixtapes, maybe even join Breathe University. But Dr. Eric Thomas, for me, see, I work in the medical field, so this is a perspective from a medical field or medical person. When I work there's a couple reasons why you come to the doctor. You can get a checkup, maybe you have a little fever, get some medication. And then, there's times where, you're having very difficulty breathing. It's like an emergency situation, or your heart's not pumping efficiently. And there's times where you're just dead and we're doing whatever we can in order to bring you back to life, right? And so I'm going to touch on the last 2 points a little bit. But Dr. Eric Thomas has, from the little checkup that you may need to all the way to death. And, if you don't feel inspired, or you just don't feel like getting up, go to his website, listen to his mixtape, and I guarantee you, for each level of what you may be needing as inspiration, he's there. He can help you. So that's why what I want to talk about is the last two, right? So basically, as a doctor, and I'm not a doctor, I'm a nurse. As a doctor, when you're in an emergent situation, you prepare your team way prior to getting into that situation and reacting to that situation, right? So that you come in, your team, you talk to your team, we kind of discuss about, hey, if this was to happen, we're going to be running medications, you're going to be running medications, you're going to be helping the patient breathe. So it's a team effort, right? So good doctors in the medical field understand team concept, right? And that's why Eric Thomas is great on what he does. It's because he understands that team, the importance of the team complex, and he allows his team, he inspires them through motivation and inspiration. But not only that, I'm sure they get validation through monetary, but the reason why they do so well, I believe, is the validation that he gives personally to them. Like, tell them, great job, I recognize on this, and when you do that in any company or any partnership, or when you validate somebody because of their action, not just the monetary rewards, but because of what they've done, and you recognize that goes a long way, a lot further than doing it monetarily, because that only lasts as monetary goes in and out. But when you remember how that felt, when you validate somebody about what they did and how they do, they'll work harder and even more for you. And that's why I think in those emergent situations in life, there's different measures that we can do for you to help you, right? So we can help you breathe. We can provide artificial techniques, or artificial life support, basically, in order to help you breathe. So we can get a bag valve mask. If you don't know where that is, it's a mask you put in your face, and there's a little bag, and you push and you breathe back into the patient's life. You can do that in somebody in distress to help them relieve them. We have machines that help do that. Or you can do that if somebody's totally gone, and to the worst level, that you can actually, provide that artificial life support by actually pumping into their chest and making their heart beat again, right? And there's medications that we give as well, like, epinephrine, which is like artificial, or not artificial, but synthetic adrenaline that we give to help start that heart back. And Eric Thomas does that for youth and companies and individuals. And he does that through motivation and inspiration. But it's not just that. That breath that we take for you manually to help you breathe, he does that through motivation and inspiration, but it's real. And that's what makes him different than anything else. He doesn't come and tell you A, B, and C, and this is how you do it. He goes out there and speaks from his heart, and maybe a little rehearsed, but for the most part, it's just out there, and he does it so well, and he's quick on his feet, and when he talks, the only thing I've never seen him live. I'm going to see that in DC on April 10th, I believe. But the thing that I see through his videos and through the stuff that he's shot or stuff that he's gone viral, it's just natural, and that's what makes him great, you know. So he's actually breathing life through motivation and inspiration, and taking your business or your individual or the youth back out of life support, you know, and having that person stand on their own 2 feet and continue on doing what they're doing. It doesn't matter if you're a youth in trouble, it doesn't matter if you're a company that's not doing so well, or, you know, an individual that, you know, that may need some motivation. He has everything from whatever you need, from the level of just having a quick checkup or, you know, life-saving message in order to motivate you to get you back where you need to be. And that's why I think it's so great about Breathe University. And it's just not him, it's his team, you know, it's people that he surrounds himself with that does so well. And I don't remember all his team's name because I barely started on Breathe University. I've been binging on it since I've been there and doing it online. And I'll put the links all that below where you can go to his website, go to Breathe University. Highly recommend it. All this stuff, you know, that the Breathe University is not free, but if you go to YouTube, type in ET, I'm sure he'll come up, and just type ET motivational speaker, and you'll see tons of his stuff that's free and free context for y'all. But yeah, that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. Other than that, guys, I hope that inspires you. For ET and his team, I'm going to put this in Breeze University. I hope it gives you a different perspective and maybe a different angle that what you can use during your speaking and so on and so on. All right, till next time, guys. I think next week I'm going to also touch base for building credit, but character credit. And there's something that I heard in one of the, I'm not sure if it was a podcast or one of the messages that ET was talking about, but I think that's very, very important. And part of me is building credit is, and starting this business is shooting these videos every 3 days. And I have not been good at that. But understanding now building character credit, and when I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it, is very important. And I have not yet done it. And I need to prove that and show that. So 3 days from now, I want to talk about that and what that really means to me and how I'm going to do that and accomplish that. Till next time, guys. Bye.